Hi everyone, Lisa Haven here, and I've got a very interesting report to share with you guys, and that is this. Black Lives Matter is now turning on their own. In fact, on the eve of the trial, something rather bizarre happened on their Twitter page, and I can't wait to show it to you. But as a quick reminder, please don't forget to check out my partner at healthwithlisa.com. You guys have seen me bring this on a couple of times before, but I mix this in my coffee every morning. It doesn't have a taste to it. It's tasteless, so it mixes in my coffee well, but it is the collagen that your body desperately needs, and it's really done a lot for my hair, my skin, my nails, and all of that as well. So make sure you check it out right now at healthwithlisa.com and get up to 51% off. All right, as also a quick reminder, I am going to be speaking at a conference. It's Steve Quayle's conference. It's the Gen 6 conference, Extinction Protocol, Globalists to Ignite Tribulation. And as you can see, there's a whole lineup of speakers that's going to be talking there. So make sure you get tickets for that. It is virtual, so you can attend it right from your home. So check it out at gen6.com. All right, so let's get into what's happening on this blue check marked Black Lives Matter Twitter page. And here it is. You can see Black Lives Matter. This is their official, one of their, if you will, official Twitter pages. And it says, "End white supremacy." That's their logo there. And you can see they have 1 million followers. What did they have to say? Well, let's dive in. Biden's first 100 days are up in 10 days. By then, we need him to end 1033, which transfers military equipment into the hands of police across the country, including school and campus police. Another example, question mark, the military you see out on your streets ahead of the Chauvin verdict. Now, here's the thing. I don't necessarily disagree with that tweet. I think we should not militarize our police. I think we need to get some of that out of the hand of the police, but that's just my personal 2 cents there. But they go on to state this. This is where it gets interesting. And they say this: Biden is currently sending more military equipment to our neighborhoods than Trump did. You read that right. They say our communities are being terrorized at a greater rate than they had been under President Trump. Those are not my words, folks. That's the Black Lives Matter blue checked Twitter account. Hey, I finally agree with something that BLM says, right? They actually praise President Trump and make an epic U-turn on the Biden administration. But it's not just Biden that they made a U-turn on. In fact, they said something about Pelosi too. Take a look here. This is further on in that same checkmark page of BLM. And here's what they say. This is so bleep disrespectful. George Floyd didn't choose to die, at Speaker Pelosi. He was murdered by a killer cop operating through white supremacy. This isn't justice here. Why are they saying that? Because Pelosi went on record and she said, "Thank you, George Floyd, for sacrificing your life for justice." I mean, really? That's probably the stupidest thing the woman could have said. Thank you for dying for us. I mean, huh? There's a few screws loose in her little head there, I think, but that is what it is. That's liberal logic for you, and it's pretty lame. Just saying. Just saying. By the way, I want to encourage you guys, watch the video I put out the other day, and I've got it titled, "BLM has big plans after Chauvin's conviction. Prepare now before it's too late." Because in that video, and I'll leave a link above, you can just click on the link to check out the video, but the video is amazing because I really dive into, well, how segregation has arrived in the United States of America, a new form of it, obviously not as bad as it was. But so this is a good video to check out that just kind of expands even more on what I did in today's report. But that said, I also want to touch on the Ma'Khia Bryant situation because there's a lot of liberal stupidity that is going on and surrounding that whole event. But to give it to you real briefly, right? A cop comes on the scene. There's 2 black ladies who are mad at each other, arguing or whatever. whatever is going on there. And one of the black ladies picks up and starts running after the other with a knife in her hand. That's Ma'Khia Bryant, who had the knife. So the cop picks up his gun or takes out his gun and shoots her, and she falls down, doesn't stab the other lady in pink. Now, they're both black women. So that's just kind of the basic rundown. You've probably already seen the footage. But here's the thing. The leftist liberal media wants to tell you that the lady with the knife is somehow the victim. I mean, really? Like, for real. Take a look at some of the tweets and stuff here. Valerie Jarrett, you guys are probably familiar with her, but a black teenage girl named Ma'Khia Bryant was killed because police officers immediately decided to shoot her multiple times in order to break up a knife fight. Demand accountability, she says. Fight for justice because hashtag Black Lives Matter. And here's a very good comment, and I have to read it by Wayne Dunlap. And he says this: I guess we're going to find out which Black life mattered more to the media, the one swinging the knife or the one saved by the cop. Because according to Valerie Jarrett, right, and here's that image there, but according to Valerie Jarrett, the lady in pink, even though she's black, didn't matter. It was all about the other girl who was doing the stabbing. So apparently the black girl doing the stabbing was more important rather than the actual victim. I mean, the liberal lunacy, excuse me, of the left is just above and beyond. And there's some other good comments here that I couldn't help but like. Please tell me a police officer is not supposed to exercise use of force when either the officer or a public life is in danger. Are you really that dumb? And the question is, had it been one of Valerie Jarrett's children, would she be acting the same way with this particular tweet? That's a very good question. And one other one that I wanted to show you guys in the comment section was this. She was trying to stab a girl to death with a steak knife. You ridiculous, lying phony. That's not all. There's other liberals who are joining in on the action. Here we are, Breitbart.com. Joy Reid, useful idiot. No one's asking why Bryant was scared enough to grab a knife. Whoa. Huh. Guess we need to ask what got her so mad that she felt like she had to stab the other person. And by the way, I've taken self-defense classes. Knives can do a lot more damage even than guns because they can go in and they can move it around or whatever. It can pretty well mess up your body. But don't worry, Stacey Abrams also has something to say. Breitbart.com. Stacey Abrams, no justification for killing Bryant without trying some intervention, regardless of what she may have been doing. Wait, what? Okay. You know, here's the thing, and there's been all kinds of stuff. Well, he could have shot the knife out of her hand, or he could have shot her in the leg. How do you respond to the liberals like that? Here's how you respond. They're police officers. They're not trained marksmen where they can just shoot with accuracy and precision to the hilt. Like, really? Yeah, just shoot it out of her hand. And why wouldn't they try to shoot it out of her hand or through her leg? Because there could be they could miss the target because it's not a very big target, and it could end up hitting an innocent bystander. That's why they're actually taught as police officers to go for the biggest target, if you will. Yeah, that's what they're taught. And I'm not even going to get into LeBron James and the hashtags and all that junk because the guy shouldn't have any airtime whatsoever. So I'm not going to give it to him on my program because he's the biggest liberal idiot that I know. Just going to say that all loud. LeBron James, I don't know why anybody follows that lunatic, but it is what it is. So I'm not even going to put his comments up because they're that bad and that stupid. But anyhow, thank you guys so much for tuning into the channel. I just also want to remind you, remember, I'm on Restricted Republic for a reason. There is exclusive content on there, content that you're not going to get on other platforms, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, those kinds of places. And it's a place that I can openly speak my mind to you guys. And that's why I created it, because we never know what tomorrow holds, and conservatives are being kicked off in mass. Conservatives are now labeled white supremacists, white nationalists, and the whole 9 yards. So the only way that we can overcome some of that is to start building our own platforms. That's why I want to encourage you, get on Restricted Republic. Use the code FREEDOM to get it for $5 per month for an entire 2-year period time. Anyhow, thanks so much for tuning into the channel. I'm Lisa Haven, signing out.